What's up, everybody? 32 Icon here. I hope that you guys are doing well. I'm doing well myself. Please go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. In good faith, I will continue bringing you great content. Oh, and I'm just another YouTube personality, so take what I say with a grain of salt and do your own research, okay? All right, so listen. The other day, one of my friends invited me up to his range, and we had a good time. So I bought a few goodies to shoot, and I didn't get a video of everything I was shooting. Honestly, I pretty much just got a video of my niece shooting my 15-22 because I was busy shooting, and then I had to zero the red dot and all that. And by the way, this is a side note. Do you ever find it really annoying when your red dots aren't zeroed, and then you get to the range, right? You pumped up, you about to put some rounds down range, and then you realize that it was zeroed for, I don't know, like indoor range at like 15 yards, or you had it for 25 yards, but now you're letting somebody else shoot and you're shooting up close. And I know you're supposed to do the holdover and all that, but when I got to the range, I'm all ready to go, right? I'm ready to go, and I had to dust off my 15-22 because I haven't shot my 15-22 in probably maybe 2 years. The last time I shot it, it was outdoor, and I was shooting orange clays from Walmart. And we put them up there on the little bank thing back there, and then we would shoot them. And it might be 3 years. It might be 3. I may not be exaggerating. It might have been 3 years. But anyway, my point is, so my boy invited me up. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take my niece or whatever. So we get there, and I'm ready to go. Only to realize that the red dot that I had on there, that was zeroed at a 45-degree angle because I was using a low power variable optic to shoot clays. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to let her shoot that, because one time when we did go, I put it on her shoulder, to see if she can get used to it, and she couldn't see through the optic because of the eye relief and all that, and I wasn't adjusting it because I had just adjusted it for my clays, and I wasn't doing all that. So I was like, okay, we'll do it another time. Well, anyway, she never ended up shooting the rifle. So we get here today, and I realized that I was like, all right, let me take the optic off. I put the red dot on. I don't even remember what I zeroed that red dot for. It was like, I don't know, maybe 25 yards out. I don't even know, right? So we had to zero the red dot. I had to pull the target in because she can't shoot all the way out there. So I pulled it in. I don't know. I think we were at like 10, 12 yards or whatever. So we finally got that cracking. Then, remember, this is her first time. So, I'm setting it up. She's left-handed too, setting it up. Everything is everything. Well, this happened before when she was shooting firearms, but it wasn't as bad. What happened is, or what I realized, was that she's cross-eye dominant. So she's left-handed, but her dominant eye is her right eye. So I don't have my rifle up now, but so she's holding it, but her left eye is closed and she's trying to shoot with her right. So she's like, I can't see it. I'm like, you can't see what? The dot's right there. What you mean you can't see it? She was like, I can't see it. So of course we're going back and forth, trying to figure it out. All I know is that I'm just trying to shoot. I'm like, hurry up, look through the red dot, shoot. So, because it's been a minute since I've been able to shoot. So anyway, we figured out that she is cross-eye dominant. And so what I did was, because I don't know how to fix cross-eye dominance, I'm not an instructor, I don't know about all that. I was like, okay, listen, look up at the rifle in the right arm, hold it with your right hand, we want to do it this way. Since your right eye is open, boom, look through the red dot, shoot. So come to find out, that was actually more comfortable for her to shoot on the right side of her shoulder, so using her right hand to shoot with her right dominant eye, than it was with her left hand and using her right eye, if that makes sense. So I'm like, listen, you gotta put the stock into your shoulder, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta push it in. And so she's doing it, and I'm gonna show you some clips of her shooting, and she's like bullseye, like just knocking it down. She was nervous to shoot right-handed because she hadn't practiced with her right trigger finger. She's only shot left-handed on the 22s that I let her shoot with her left trigger finger. So she was like, "Oh no, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it with my right finger because it seems weird to me." So I was like, "Listen, you better shoot this rifle because at this point I'm about to put this away so I can take out my AR and shoot because I'm over it." So she's shooting and excellent trigger control, all right? And she's not slapping the trigger, which is odd because a lot of experienced shooters slap the trigger, meaning on the reset, they actually take their finger off the trigger shoe only to apply it back to pull the trigger again. And that's what we consider slapping the trigger. Like you just slap, 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 slap. You're not riding the reset to fill it and then pulling the trigger again. You're not riding it to the wall and then filling the brake. You're just like taking it off, putting it on, taking it off, putting it on, taking it off, putting it on, which, you can have accuracy issues with that. You can have extended time with that. So for those who, understand what I'm saying, it's actually, I was surprised that she was able to keep her finger on the trigger and feel the reset and then shoot it again. So it was a very interesting day at the range because, again, it was the first time shooting a rifle and her trigger control was excellent. And then the fact that we found out she's cross-eye dominant and now she shoots rifles with her right hand and pistols with her left hand was quite complex yet interesting. So I thought just being left-handed in general was complicated, but now you added on cross-eye dominant and switching hands and arms and all that. That's the absolute most. But we had a good time. My friend, if you're watching this, thank you so much for inviting us up. We definitely kept our social distancing. It's a nice range. It was fun. It was like pistols on this side, rifles on that side. So we had a good time. And another thing about the outdoor range, I'm gonna tell you, when I go by myself or with another friend who knows what they're doing, I fly through my ammo. I'm flying through it, right? And I try to be conscious of that because when you're outdoors, it feels free. The wind is blowing in your face. Everything is great. You're like, woo! You see the birds flying. You're just having a grand old time outside. And you're not realizing that, you're going through them rounds. And that's if you're just really going to shoot. Now, if you're practicing drawing and all that, then yeah, you're going to be a little more conservative with your rounds. But when you're just out and having a grand old time, them rounds, they be gone, okay? But on the flip side, I've noticed when I have brought other people to the range to, to shoot and maybe teach them a few skills or maybe bring my niece or whoever, when they're not as skilled, I realize that I spend a lot of time teaching and a lot of time explaining and demonstrating and correcting that I'm really not A, getting the shots off that I want to get off, and B, I'm actually saving ammo. So it's weird when you go to the range, you almost have to be in a mindset to go and teach others who are trying to improve their skills. Because if you're not in that mindset and you're going to just shoot and, get that energy off, you're going to find yourself, I'm not going to say annoyed. You're going to find yourself, what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out. Not annoyed, but aggravated, right? Is that the word? You're not annoyed, but you aggravated because you're trying to help, but you're trying to pop off too, right? You're trying to be understanding, but you just need a good, strong 30 minutes to yourself, but you really can't leave them because they're still learning. So you either have to go in with the mindset that today, I am going to help. I am going to assist. I am going to teach. and then you will be okay. That's what I found for myself. But then there are other times where I have had colleagues say, hey, Liv, could we go to the range? I'm like, nope. I got to film. I'm trying to pop off. You can't come with me this weekend. So I had to turn down a few requests just so I can either get my filming in or I can just have a day to myself. And I have yet had a day to myself where I can just shoot. I'm either filming for you guys or I'm with someone else who wants me to teach them. And no, I'm not an instructor, but I know a little something, something. You know what I'm saying? I could help you out in certain areas. And so, I help them. But I have yet had a day where I can just go pop off, where I can go practice what I want to practice. I can go do what I want to do. All of my optics are zeroed. My mags are filled to the brim. I'm good to go. My targets are on deck. Everything is everything. I've yet had one of those days in probably a very long time. I want to say a year. I don't know if it's been that long, but it's been a very long time since I've been able to just really pop off. No filming, just have a good time shooting with a friend. It's been a long time. Have you guys seen that video where there was a lady, she was upset about the buses. This used to be a Vine video. And the buses, something was going on with the buses. And on the Vine video, she was trying to say that we've been waiting for a very long time. But she ended up saying, I've been waiting for a long periodical lead time. If I have the clip, I'm gonna put the clip in the description, but she was like, long periodical lead time. That's when you know it's been a long time. When you mispronounce periodically, wait, what did she say? Periodical lead time? When you mispronounce a period of time, an extended period of time, when you don't say that statement correctly, you know it's been hella long, okay? And that's how I feel. It's been that long. It's been a long periodical lead time since I've been able to go to the range and just pop off on my own. So anyway, I'll put that in there, but that's just a chuckle for me. Some of you may not even find that funny. I found it hilarious, okay? Anyway, that's it. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys are doing well, treating one another with kindness, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks. Peace.